Go across now to RC Bhargava speaking on Maruti's earnings this time around.
The sales have dropped. What is the percentage drop? Pura half year ka. 22% drop in sales. And as a result of that, everything has dropped, the profits and everything. This quarter's profit, as you'll see, is a little over 1,300 crores. The main reason why we feel this has been happening is that the cost of buying a car for the customer has increased very substantially this year. It's been because of safety regulations and emission regulations both being implemented at the same time. It's happened because from last year, this insurance for 3 years has to be bought at the time of buying a car. It's not a new thing, but paying lifetime registration also increases the initial cost of buying a car. 9 states increased the road taxes, and they have a substantial impact on the cost on the customer. Goa is the only state which rolled it back. And then this got compounded because the availability of financing for cars, both inventory financing as well as customer financing, both were seriously affected by what has been happening in the financial markets. The amount of money which was available for financing cars went down quite substantially, I think by almost 1/3. The rate of interest has gone up from last year. It has only started coming down after the finance minister intervened and put some pressure on the banks, and they have then given some reductions, still not as much as the repo rate cut, but some reductions in the rate has come down. The initial deposit required of customers, which used to be 10%, has gone up roughly by 11%, almost double. So that impact of the initial deposit going up is very significant on people who are buying the lower cost vehicles, particularly because they are not people who have bank accounts in which they have lakhs of rupees. These are people with limited incomes, and they save up the initial deposit over a period of time so that they can go and put that deposit down and buy a car. Now, if that deposit goes up from 10% to 20% on a car which is costing now about 45,000 rupees roughly on an average per car, you see the impact of that. And a lot of people had to drop out because they couldn't afford to pay the initial deposit. So that buying cars has become so expensive is one factor which is to be kept in mind. And it's particularly impacted people who are buying cars which are the lower cost transportation systems.
Okay, RC Bhargava detailing some of the factors in the quarter gone by. That's Maruti in focus on the back of its earnings.